Yes guys, welcome from me, Championship Manager 0102. A quick update on the channel and a couple of other bits and pieces as well. I just figured rather than me add bits into videos here and there, I'll just do a quick video just to tell you what's what. So as you already know, the Salford saves come to an end. Successful end. So we were looking at what we were going to do next. Now I had it in my head, I was going to do the Havant on Waterlooville challenge. Now, to be honest with you, right, I started it, and you know what we said about this, that there's a bug in the game. They're literally receiving something like £6 million every fucking couple of weeks. It's a little bit daft, really. I mean, I started a game, I've got to the transfer deadline, and I've literally just bought players left, right and centre, and I've got like £60 million in the bank now, albeit only £1 million to spend, but that will increase more. So I'm not going to do that. I just don't think it's going to be... it's inevitable what's going to happen in that game. So I am looking for new challenges, reasonable challenges, don't take the piss. I'm seriously considering a Dutch save as requested. But what I think I might do on a Dutch save is I might actually do it on the ODB. Or I might do another challenge, challenge 6 maybe, on the ODB where you dot around. I think ODB... Would be nice to sort of go through again. I haven't really thoroughly decided yet. I'm going to probably make the call today. So we'll see how we go on that, but I will keep you guys updated. Just to remind you, I've set a post up on the community of this YouTube station. So if ever you want to ask something and you don't know where to ask, because the only way you can really communicate is through a reply, a comment on a video. But you probably don't want to go trouncing through various videos just to leave a comment. So if you want to ask something, then I've left a suggestions box open, and I'll always reply to everybody within time. So just, you know, fire if you've got any advice, if anything you want to share, anything you want to know, anything, you know, anything. If you're inquisitive about anything with the game, just pop it in the suggestions box there. Real quick one, I had a question from a guy called Wilson or Mesby from the forums. He sent me a message, he sent a comment on my Freeman game. Wow, this is amazing. How you've all managed to keep it going is beyond me. I tip my hat off to you guys. True CM legends, good luck for the future. Thank you, appreciate that. And the first thing I looked at, right, when I saw this comment, I thought, that's a nice comment. I bet it's somebody with just one post to their name. But I hold my hands up, because the guy's been around for a while. He's 462 posts on the forum, so he's not a newbie. And I just spotted he's from Norfolk, so he's not too far from myself. How do we keep it going? Wilson's asked. Well, you know, I mean, I know I've hit on this before. The art of a successful network game is communication. You know, we've been through phases where we haven't played for a while. And for one reason or another, one of us can't play. You know, you name an issue and we've had it. Computer fucking up. But that's happened a few times. As host, I know, because it's me that's had the computer fuck up. Moving house, I've had that, Ian's had it. We've had some tragedy times as well over the last 9.5 years that's caused us to stop playing. But even through various tragedies or various tough times, challenging times, here we are, we're still going. Communication is massive. I mean, to be fair to Ian, Ian's always, if Ian's available to play, he'll be on Hamachi, which, for those of you that don't know, Hamachi is a tunneling program that you use to connect to someone's CM. You need Hamachi. There are alternatives out there, but Hamachi is the key one. Pep being my nephew, I can just speak to Ian. Are you good for a game? Yeah, I'm good. And contact Pep and see if he's good for a game. Because Pep won't be on Hamachi on the off chance, but I can contact him. But obviously Pep works as we all work. Now, Pep, to be fair, works a lot of lates. Now, I know his current schedule is he don't work on a Tuesday or a Saturday. So we tend to get a good session in on a Saturday. Half decent session on a good session on a Tuesday, half decent on a Saturday if Ian's available, and then maybe an hour or two on a Sunday night. So that's in answer to Wilson, who, like I said, do appreciate your comment there. That was very, very good. So I'm also intrigued to know, you know, if you guys, what you thought of the update on that Salford save, because the update, you know, it's a challenging update. It's very difficult, and to be honest with you, I've shocked myself in that whole save. You know, it's certainly different, the update, and the way I've got my update installed is totally different to my ODB. The ODB, my install on the ODB is exactly as the ODB. You know, you've got your non-EC rule, you've got your none of this uncapping of players and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that I don't have. Whereas on the update, I want to make it as close to real life as possible, including things like currency inflation and that sort of stuff. The only thing I have on my ODB, as opposed to the vanilla version of CM, vanilla means as if it's come out the packet, is I have coloured attributes and my speed up to ×8 and Tapani regen fixes. So the regen issue is fixed, the coloured attributes are in as opposed to just a default yellow, and the speed of the game. So those three things are not game-related enhancements. They are merely tools, should we say. You could say, well, you know, have the non-EC as a tool, but that is an enhancement on the ODB, in my opinion. You know, play the game as you wish. It's just a personal preference. Someone asked me the question about the three-man game again. They asked me, I forget who it was, they said, what version is this? Now, just to reiterate on that, that is the October 2013 update, and the patch that I'm using on that is the Tapani 2.19. Now, let me explain. Again, I have hit on this before, but when we started that game, it was December 2013, so the up-to-date update was the autumn update, so that's why we use that. And the up-to-date patch, there was no Nix patcher, there was no Saturn patch. I think Tapani actually had one more release after that version. He had 2.21, I believe it was. But the up-to-date patch at the time was just that Tapani 2.19. And the non-EC rule, there was a pack out at the time, a non-EC EEC hack, so that was applied as well. So that is what we use. So when people say, somebody asked me, why are you not using the update on this 128 season game? Well, mate, the update, we are using the update. What was the update then? Okay. A little update on the three-man game. Mo Salah is in the game, but he's not that Egyptian player I've got at my team. I found the Egyptian player that I've got at my team, Shekhtar, or whatever it is, and I have wrote it down actually. So give me a second. I did write it down, believe it or not. I wrote it down somewhere. Oh, and I fucking lost it. Okay. I think it's this game. Abu Tarika. He is. He's a player that I think I found in the Egypt squad. Mo Salah is in the Egypt squad, but he's not the player that I thought he was. So he is in the game, and he's not a bad player, to be fair. And I'm just wondering where Mo Salah's... Oh, there he is. Yeah, Mo Salah, attacking midfielder, right, left. So he's not attacking midfielder, forward, right, centre. So that little update. And he also... I also did some checking on the Belgian attacking midfielder. We had a debate about that. KDB, was that Belgian midfielder? Is it Kevin De Bruyne, who is in the game? Is it Thorgan Hazard? Is it Charlie Masunda? Is it Eden Hazard? I've got their attributes wrote down now on a document, so I can check that as and when. And finally, I did... Pep was absolutely right with regards to the machine Colombian striker. I say machine. It looks like it is Falco. So, and I've wrote Falco down somewhere, and I don't know where I've put him. Because what I did is I fired up a new game on that 2013 update, and I just fired up and saw who was about. Falco was there, so I wrote Falco's details down. Falco is a striker, Colombian, 16, 18, 14, for balance, bravery and flair. I'm going to match that up against that Colombian striker, and we'll see. I also wrote down a few other players that I've going to try and look out now. I found a Dutch midfielder, Kevin Strootman. Remember Strootman on the ODB? I think that is a certain Dutch player on the game who I had, but I need to find that out, and I will check his balance, bravery and flair. So that's enough of the three-man game. So let me know your views on starting a new game on the ODB. The reason I'm saying ODB is because of the success of the update. It would be nice to go back to the ODB. I'm one of these ODB till I die, a little bit contradicting because I do like the update, and that Salford game was the update. Like I said, I'm not going to do the Havant and Waterlooville. I'm not going to do that. I just think, you know, it's going to be a bit daft. One thing I will say about that though, let me just... Right, so with the Havant and Waterlooville, if you are looking to start a game as them, knowing that they've got all that money and shit, you will need to have the Conference South applied. Now, if you've already got an install with the Conference North applied, like I have, you can't. It's an irreversible patch. So what you're going to have to do, and I did this yesterday, I reinstalled the CM, the whole game, I did all the patches, everything that I've got tweaked. The only change I made was instead of the Conference North, I had the Conference South, and then you have a different option of teams. Few other teams that I could choose. Peterborough Sports, that is seriously an option, my second Peterborough team. Wrexham, but again, Wrexham, you know, got the money. The money really isn't quite so much of a challenge. I've really gone off the idea because you can make money. Salford didn't start with money. You know, it's each to their own. I think maybe not so much a Dutch save on the ODB. I'm thinking more of a journey save, like I said. Remember the? Do you remember the Challenge 10? I don't even think we completed the Challenge 10, did we? Not in 10 countries. So I might do a Challenge 6. Challenge 6 of the 6 main countries, maybe, I don't know. Might even start as Aberdeen. I thought that, actually, putting it out there. So, in terms of the channel content, I will still do some more player profiles. If somebody wants player profiles done, I'm going to do one today, actually. I'm going to do one on... Well, I won't say his name, but I will do a player profile on somebody. So if you've got somebody you'd like an insight into, obviously I know enough about most players, but some players I do need to do some research on. But if you want somebody asked me for Ronaldinho, which I'd done, a Gaffer. I didn't know much about a Gaffer. I knew enough about Ronaldinho, a Gaffer. I didn't know much about him. So if you want somebody done, then let me know. And what I'm doing, you see, right, for the benefit of my player profiles. Do you remember this Challenge 10 that I played and my England game that my England save that I had? I've just restored them a minute ago and I've renamed them. So when I want to do a player insight, I can use either of these two saves to see how they're flared up in CM. So they might have already retired on that one there, you see, but I can use them on that and to show you how they perform. If they perform well, then obviously I'll give you an insight into real life. If you want a player profile done on the update, let me know. Let me know. But obviously I can't give you much on an insight on that player in CM. Predominantly it'd be ODB. If you want anything doing with regards to positions, tactics, anything like that, I've done a lot, but just do let me know. Share it with me. You know, and I'll try and help and support anyone, whatever they need. Anything social media related, let me know, right? So that's it from me, guys. Anything you want, fire it down there. And until next time from me, guys, take it easy.